What is up, heroes? This is Midnight Zero, and welcome to Hero Vs Zer0 Season 4. Now, it's been a while, but some of you might remember that at the end of Season 3, I promised that I wouldn't be doing this season alone. Why don't you introduce yourself, my lovely co-host?
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Nate. It's been a while. It's been, what, 3 years?
It's been a long time.
3 years? We've been 3 years in the making, very on and off, but we're finally here, and I'm so excited.
Yeah, the hype train has finally arrived, and a lot of you guys probably have no idea what Hero Vs Zer0 is, and a few of you that do know are probably hyped about it. But in a nutshell, Hero Vs Zer0 is a series of weekly challenges that's meant to be a fun way to get involved with games you might not have tried otherwise, to compete with friends, to have some friendly competition, and to enjoy with other people. It's really it's not like you're competing for the Holy Grail or something like that. And if you're at all curious, I want to mention, there are previous playlists with the older challenges and all, but we'll, in this video, discuss how it's exactly going to work, stuff about like the point system, various rules, and give some examples of previous challenges and all that. So, Nate, why don't you take it away with briefly talking about the point system?
So, the point system will vary each week. There's going to be so many points up for grabs, and that'll change depending on the challenge. There'll be, say, points for participation, points for completing the challenge, and then there'll be some extra brownie points up for grabs for those who are really pushing themselves that extra mile. And again, that'll change each week, but it'll line up with the criteria for whatever challenge it may be.
And something that's going to be a bit different from previous seasons of Hero vs Zer0 is, one, I've got Nate with me, and that's not just for show or anything like that. It's actually going to have an impact on the challenges. Nate is an incredible gamer, and one might even say that he pushes himself beyond his limits. He's the masochistic gamer.
Oh, jeez.
And he's better at all of these challenges than I am, probably. Maybe with an exception here or there. But as a result, rather than just one difficulty, one form of completing the challenge, we're going to have an extra difficulty, the Nate difficulty, and you'll be awarded appropriately for completing said difficulty. Now, what I'd like to briefly do is talk about the rules, because as you might imagine with any competition, rules need to be clearly defined so that we can compete fairly. The first of which is going to be don't cheat. I realize I haven't really said this in the previous seasons, but it goes without saying, right? Don't cheat. We live in a day and age where between emulators, between ROM hacking and ROM editing and video editing and all that stuff, I'm sure you can find some way to cheat and go under our noses. We're pretty tech savvy and we're pretty familiar with the challenges we create. So I'm not going to say it's easy, but I'm not going to say it's impossible. And just on, sort of honor code, please don't cheat.
Yeah, don't do it.
Please. Just don't do it.
Just don't do it. We'll know.
Yeah. Yeah. And I guess the next thing would be, these are weekly challenges, so please do complete the challenge during the week the challenge is assigned. The veterans of the series will probably know what two of the challenges are going to be at least themed around this season, and you might guess by some out there means what our challenge is going to be. Don't record it in advance. We're going to try our best to come up with a way to make this near impossible with some, silly little requirement, like if it's Smash Bros related, go to the menu and move the cursor up and down 3 times, or some silly requirement like that, or you need to taunt before starting a combo or something like that to make it so that we know that you recorded it the week of the challenge and not in advance. And I think that's pretty straightforward, right, Nate?
Yeah, like last time you had, for a Smash thing, we would have to have, say, a specific tag in-game, or a taunt or something, or then for a Castlevania one, we would jump a set amount of times before entering the first level to do the challenge. Things like that to, keep people from having a fair shot and everyone doing it the same week.
Right. And as far as how to actually submit your attempts at these challenges, there are a couple different ways to do so, but the first thing I want to say is please do so by Friday night at midnight PST. That's Pacific Standard Time. That is 3 a.m. on Saturday morning Eastern Standard Time. That is, what, 8 a.m. British Standard Time? Is that the time zone? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, where there's like 2 time zones, wherein there's GMT and then there's another one that's like an hour ahead. I don't really get it.
Oh, I thought it was like BST or something. Regardless, look up what time it is. It's midnight PST, and that is a pretty hard deadline. I say pretty hard because in reality, if you are late, it's not the end of the world. It just really needs to be in by the time we and get around to recording the video and editing the video. But like I said, or I haven't really said it yet, but like I'm about to say, we are very much real people with real lives that get very busy. And due to the nature of Hero Vs. Zer0, we need to be, we can't work on the next video until everything is in for the previous one. So we need all of Saturday to review all the submissions, judge accordingly, and then record the video for that Sunday. So please do respect the deadline, and yeah, we'd greatly appreciate that. Like I mentioned, there are a few different ways to submit your attempt at the challenge. And the priority, like the preferred way, is going to be uploading it to YouTube and sending it to me through Discord or Twitter. I'm sure there are other means. You could probably manage to send it through Google Drive or Mediafire or something like that, but I really appreciate it if you could upload it to YouTube and then send me a link either by adding me on Twitter or sending it in the Hero vs. Zer0 channel in Discord, or DMing me the link if you have it. I can understand some people might not want other people to watch their attempt, but those are the preferred ways of going about it. You can also submit them to Nate. Nate is also on the Twitter sphere and Discord as well, but I'll probably be the main point of contact for submissions, so please do so, and again, do so on time. And then regarding Discord, there is going to be at least one event that will require participation via HeroNet, which is the Discord for this channel. Those of you that can anticipate one of the challenges will probably know which challenge is going to require participation via HeroNet, but really it's just for coordination purposes, and I'm not going to be trying to coordinate a large group of people across multiple social platforms. So, there's a link in the description below. Discord is not some massive virus or spyware for your computer like Skype is. Shots fired at Skype. But, so it's not like, it's the end of the world. It's not too difficult to make a Discord account. And I understand it might be a bit cumbersome for those that don't already have Discord or don't want to have to add something else. But really, it is just a transient need if it is something you don't already have. And it's really, user-friendly. And like I said, there's a link in the description to my specific server, and there are plenty of people already in HeroNet that would gladly help you out with it too. So please do join the Discord for Hero vs. Zer0 at the very least, if you can. And I think that about covers it for the rules. I am, of course, obligated to mention, I don't know if you could hear it, but there was a little bit of there's an asterisk there in some fine print that says these rules are subject to change as necessary throughout the season. So keep in mind, problems may occur, things might change, and we'll of course let you know as we address issues if they do come up. But yeah, that should be it for the rules. If you're curious about previous challenges and stuff, Nate, you're very familiar with them. Where can they find them?
Well, they're all going to be in playlists on your channel.
Yeah.
Just by searching Hero vs. Zer0 with a 0 at the end of 0, not an O.
Yes, numerical 0. Gotta love.
If I see a 0 with an O, I'll be furious. But there's been all kinds of challenges in the past. We've had a cool Smash combo challenge. We've had Pokemon tournaments. We've had, doing the first level of Castlevania under certain restrictions. Like, was it whip only or something?
Yeah.
We've done like a Mega Man 2 boss rush. We've done how long can you last in Super Hexagon. There's been tons of challenges. You can never know what we're gonna throw at you, but
even puzzle games like Dr. Mario and free platformers. Something I want to say is that almost all of these games really all of these games should be very accessible to people. I didn't want to have a lot of the challenges behind a paywall, so a lot of the games can either be easily emulated, in my opinion, or found for free to play online, whether that's via emulation or they are in and of themselves browser games, kind of like Tower of Heaven was in the past, or a game that a lot of people already have, something like Super Smash Bros, or an online service that everyone can access as long as they have internet, like Pokemon Showdown. So I don't want people to be worried about having to pay for a particular game and not being able to win as a result. So do keep that in mind. And of course, the series we think is very simple. We've been working with it for a while now. But it might be intimidating at first, it might seem complex. There have been rules on screen and there will be rules in the description, but you can always ask us if you have any questions, whether that's in the YouTube comment section or on the Discord in the Hero Vs Zer0 text channel, please. You can always ask us questions and we'd be more than happy to clarify, whether that's before the series starts or, once it has actually started. Speaking of, the series isn't starting with this video. It'll actually be starting in a few weeks. The current date for the starting is July 29th. I think that's it, right? Yes.
Maybe?
I think it's July 29th. It's the Sunday after I get back from Japan, which is July 23rd. So I'm pretty sure that's July 29th. So that is when you should keep an eye out for the very first challenge. It'll definitely stand out from amongst all of the other games and such I do, and I'll be making multiple announcements on Twitter and on Discord, letting people know, letting the hype build in anticipation of the series, but that's when you should be on the lookout. There will be a couple challenges that require some, sign up or participation in advance, so even if you might not be 100% interested in the challenge, you think it might be based on the thumbnail and the title, please do listen in, not only to see, the highlighted attempts from the previous week, but also what you might be signing up for in a couple weeks. So I think that just about covers everything. Did I miss anything, Nate?
No, I think you got everything. But what I thought is that some of these challenges can seem daunting, and especially when it's put in a sort of a competition kind of environment, is that first and foremost, you gotta have fun with it, right? Like a lot of people,
of course.
A lot of people will they might do their attempts, and that's all it is, just an attempt. It might not be successful or anything, but a lot of people just throw those attempts in for points, and everyone has fun, and that's all it is at the end of the day. So just get involved. It is a lot of fun. I've participated in the past 3 Hero vs Zeros, and they're just
playing
great.
Yourself down a bit. I've participated and won the past 3 Hero vs Zeros. But yeah, no, I 100% agree. A lot of it is about having fun, and even if you're not the most competitive participant, part of the fun is just being with a group of people that are also playing the same game, also attempting the same challenge. You can talk about trying maybe a game for the first time with someone who's enjoyed it and maybe even grew up with it, that sort of thing. So do have fun. As far as a reward for winning, there's a lot of pride involved. You, of course, get to be highlighted if you are successful for a particular challenge in the next week. So there's some publicity, I guess, in that regard. But in reality, it's just a fun time, a fun month and a half, really. So I hope everybody else is excited for it, just as excited as myself and Nate are. I'm pretty hyped. I've been hyped for a few years now.
Oh god, I'm so excited. I can't handle it.
Just can't even handle it. If you're hype, let us know in the comments section below, and get excited for July 29th. But until then, this has been Night Zero.
And Nate.
And this mission is complete.